Hello students, once again I welcome you in class 7th English. Now as we all know that this is our third unit, the unit name is humor. I had already completed fourth chapter. It means this is our term 1 syllabus is going on. The chapter number 4 to chapter number 7, it is our term 1 syllabus, and apart from I had already completed our chapter 4. This is the fifth chapter, the open window. I had already introduced the chapter that it is the chapter of the prankster, right, who create a prank or who make the joke in front of the one person whose name is Frampton Nuttall, right, the girl who is only 15 years old, and then after the way she created the story, the expression, right, the presentation of the story, these are the very sorry, these are the terms very properly she used when she narrate the story in front of Nuttall, right. Even when she inform all this thing, right, she first of all knows about that whether Mr. Nuttall knows about her aunt and the villagers or not. Then after she started, after she starts to spinning the story. So these are the things, and we all know that Mr. Nuttall, who was suffering from one disease, we call it phobia, right? We call it phobia. Some phobia he is, and he was suffering from disease, and he wants to cure his nerves. That's why he came into village, and he want to meet Mrs. Stapleton, right? And his sister gave a letter of introduction, that is letter of recommendation, reference letter we call also, give the letter of introductions, and even she told him to meet in that village Mrs. Stapleton. Very few people she knew about, because she also lived in that village before 4 years ago. Then she met Vera, right? First time we knows that the writer first of all introduced the did not give the name of the girl, says that only 15 years old lady or a child, right? Then after Vera introduced the story, it means narrated the story to Frampton that her aunt got one tragedy, right? He also said that pointed out the French open window and says that this window we are open in October afternoon. So did you wonder about it or not? And that time Frampton said her to, it is a quietly warm. That's why you are open that open that window. But she says that we are not open this window because my uncle, it means Mr. Stapleton, or husband of Mrs. Stapleton, and her two younger brother went out from this window for a day's shooting, right, for the snipe shooting. Then what happened? She said that all of them drawn into one bog. Bog means, I already told you that it means daldal, right, into drawn, and then their dead body never found out. And her aunt has hope that someday he will come through this open window. And even she also informed that her aunt said to her that her uncle weared the white coat on his shoulder, which is very waterproof. Her younger brother Ronnie also went with him, and his youngest brother always sing a song, "Oh Bertie, oh Bertie," sing that song, and says that in that way he teased to his sister, but she did not like this thing, right? Even also says that she has a hope that they will come from this window. And suddenly Mrs. Stapleton arrives and says that if you don't mind, we are open this window because my husband and my younger brothers will come through this window because they went for the day shooting. and might be they are totally muddy and they will come out through this window. Now the difference between the story, right? One says that alive, one says that they were died. So here Mr. Frampton become too much confused. And what happened then after? That I am telling you. So he was very confused, and also says that she rattled cheerful about shooting and how many ducks could be found in the winter. What did she say? She was too much enthusiast and says that it could be lots of found ducks we have to find out in winter season near that marshes. Frampton was quietly horrible. I also told you that he made a desperate but not very successful effort to turn to talk to a less miserable topic. He is disappointed, but he don't want to talk about this topic. But he saw that Mrs. Stapleton was giving him only a part of her attention. She is giving a little bit attention on her part, and her eyes were constantly staring past him to the open window and the lawn beyond. Her eyes is continually staring outside of the window on the beyond the lawn. The doctor agreed in ordering me complete rest and absence of any excitement, and have recommended that I avoid any physical exercise, Frampton announced. So what did Frampton announce? So he announced what? That the doctor, he previously met any doctor, and says the doctor agreed in ordering me to take. The doctor informed him that you have to take complete bed rest. You have to take complete bed rest. Even he has not doing any type of physical exercise, means he avoid to physical exercise, and even says that in matter of diet they are not so much in agreement. There is a no any bondage on his diet. So that everything I have to eat. I have a no bonding on my diet or on my food. No, said Mrs. Stapleton in a voice which only replaced a yawn at the last moment. No, and then she started yawning, and there is a it shows that she is feeling boring. She is feeling to bore about the matter of Frampton. Then she suddenly brightened, right? So why did Mrs. Stapleton cry? She brightened. Here they are at last. She cried. She cried and she shouted, "Hey, here they are at last, just in time for tea. It is a time for tea. And don't they look as if they were muddy up to the eyes?" So what did she say? Her eyes is totally covered with her face, her clothes is totally covered with the mud. So if they were muddy up to the eyes, if they were covered with the eyes, so we could not identify that whether he is a human being or not. Frampton shivered slightly and turned towards the knees. Once again Frampton felt what? Shivered. He's become very frightened, and he turns towards whom? That knees. It means to Vera. Now the expression of the Vera, we have to see that. But the child was staring out through the open window with horror in her eyes. In her eyes also there is horror, right? She is also behaved that she is also shocked. She is also in shocking. She is also shocked, right? That she told that they were died. They were died. And then after what happened? Then after what happened? See, she in her eyes also there is what? Shock. Right? And because of when she is shocked, she also create what? That I am also believing that they are died. I am also afraid. Feeling a shock of nameless fear. There is a no fear. It means there is a nameless fear. Frampton swung round in his seat and looked in the same direction. She jumped on the seat and continuously looked onto the same direction where Vera looked. in the deepening twilight, three figures were walking across the lawn towards the window. Now twilight means what? It means the time just before it becomes completely dark in the evening. It is the complete dark in the evening, right? We know that dusk, it means when the day end and the night beginning. But we also know that there is a little bit light during that time. And it is the twilight time when there is a not complete light, little bit daytime we have to see. It's known as twilight. What did he saw? Now three figures walking across the lawn towards the window. And that time he saw that there are three figures who had been walking towards the window. So what did the child do? Why did Frampton severe? So I told you that Frampton severe because he saw there are three figures had been walking towards across the lawn towards the window. And what did the child do? That she also saw her expression and says what? They all carried guns under their arms, and one of them had hung a white coat over his shoulder. See, I told you that, right? Where I informed to Frampton that her aunt always told her that her uncle wear a white waterproof coat and hung the coat on his shoulders, and they all carried the gun. Here same thing. Even a tired brown spaniel kept close at their heels. Now spaniel it is a dog, right? Tired brown colored dogs also close to their heels. Noiselessly they neared the house, and the young voice chanted out of the dusk, I said, Bertie, why do you bow? See that? Whatever the expression, whatever the thing that Vera informed to Frampton, same appearances he saw in front of him. Same thing that they turns towards the house very closely, very nearly, and among them youngest brother sing the same song, chanted the same song, Bertie, why do you bow? Frampton grabbed wildly means what? He took his stick and hat and runs continuously. A cyclist coming along the road had to run into the hedge to avoid hitting him. And we know that when we are so some fear, when we are seeing something fearful things, then we are continuously run and run till our legs are not feeling tired. Still we are continuously running. So he says that he runs continuously. Hedge. Now hedge means what? A line of bushes and small trees planted very close together, especially along the edge of the garden. Now we all know that at the garden, right, there is a one line of the trees, bushes, plants, shrubs and herbs, and he run towards that, continuously running, and he to avoid hitting him also. Now these branches also hit his leg, but he avoid that thing and he continuously running. Here we are, my dear, said the man with the white coat. Right? I told that Mr. Stapleton wear a white coat on his shoulder, and he says that here we are, my dear, coming through that window, fairly muddy, but most of it's dry. He says that yes, we are muddy, fairly muddy. It means Mr. Stapleton said to Mrs. Stapleton, yes, we are completely muddy, but I told you that it's a completely dry. It was completely dry. Who was that who ran out as we came up? See that? They also know that Frampton ran out towards, when they entered into the house, he ran out from the house. These three figures saw him. And then after Mr. Frampton asked the same question. So Mrs. Stapleton says that, a very strange man, a Mr. Nuttall, said Mrs. Stapleton, right? So who were walking across the lawn? There are three figures walking across the lawn. What did Frampton grab? So Frampton grabbed what? his stake and head. What did Mr. Stapleton ask? So Mr. Stapleton asked him that who was that? Who ran out as we came? When we came up, then after why did he go out? So what was Mrs. Stapleton's reply? So her reply was that he was a very strange man. He could only to talk about his illness and dashed off without a word of goodbye or apology when you arrived. He says that he is a very strange person. He is here. He could only talk about his illness, but he is dashed off. He ran away without to utter a goodbye and apologize also. One would think he had seen a ghost. Even I think that one would think he had seen a ghost. According to Mike, might be he seen a ghost. Now see, niece, Vera very calmly gives the answer. I expect it was the Spaniard. What did she say there? Right? What was story telling by Vera to Mr. and Mrs. Stapleton? So, what did she say? That I expect, according to my opinion, he ran away because of the Spaniard. He told me he is afraid of the dogs. We all know that. Mr. Frampton never informed any kind of this story to Vera. But once again she created the story and once again she started prank in front of Mr. and Mrs. Stapleton and says that he told me he is afraid of the dogs. He told me that he was afraid of the dogs. He was once hunted into the cemetery somewhere on the banks of the Ganges by the pack of the dogs. So what did he say? He was hunted. One time he was hunted by into a cemetery somewhere in the bank of the Ganges. Right? He was hunted by the packs of the wild dog. He had to spend the night in a newly dug grave. What did he do? He fell into the grave and he spent whole night in that grave with the creature snarling just above him. Now snarling means what? That making deep rough sound, like the sound of the cricket, right? We know that at night time they are continuously snarling. So he told that he listened the sound of the cricket and night creatures. Fantastic stories at short notice with her speciality. So what was Vera's speciality? So she created a story anyhow. She has a good creator. She is a good creator. So she created the story very nicely. Mr. Stapleton asked to Mrs. Stapleton. But Mrs. Stapleton did not know that why he ran away. Why did he run away from his house? But Vera gave the answer in place of Mrs. Stapleton. He says that, it means she said that he ran away because of the dog. But Frampton never told her that I am afraid of the dog. But then after says that he spent one whole night into the newly grave. Right? So in this way, the story narrated by Vera, because we all know that both the people, right, it means Mr. Frampton and Mr. and Mrs. Stapleton, in both the people, it means all of them are become the victim of Vera's story. And Vera very well know that if she will not give the answer, she will caught by her uncle and her auntie. So students, here our chapter is over. I hope you understand very well this chapter. Thank you.